I'm still thinking about this free will thing. It seems to me that free will is one of those terms that only makes sense in some weird version of physics that exists in our psychology. You know what I mean? It's part of naive physics, or sometimes called naive physics or folk physics, I think. At least that's how I would describe it. This idea that entities have some kind of agency to them, which is part of naive physics, and these entities can self-generate, can spontaneously generate actions. You know, again, that's part of naive or folk physics. You know, because there's no free will in classical physics. There's no correlate to free will in you know, any kind of physics, quantum physics. There's no correlate to free will there either. You know, you get quantum fluctuations and those kind of things where people have tried to tie into it as if quantum fluctuation in the tubule of the brain is experienced as free will. Seems pretty bogus to me, I don't know, but either way, it's as I say, I think free will is just one of those it's a term for what is essentially a psychological function, along with a number of other psychological functions, which for me at least represent a kind of physics. I know it sounds funny to say that free will is physics, but I think it is. But it's not naturalistic physics. It's a way that I think that our brain tries to operate an understanding of the world. I think there's others. I think things like belief actually is another one, and doubt, and faith. Perhaps things like desire. You know what I mean? Because we experience desire as an attraction to something. You know, kind of correlated from magnetic attraction or gravitational attraction. And similarly, repulsion. You know, when we're repulsed or disgusted by something, we kind of experience that as a metaphorical physics of being pushed away and you know, and kind of physically repelled in the way that, you know, like poles in a magnet repel. And I think there's a whole lot of these kind of experiences that we have. Come on, pup! These experiences that we have that colonize our psyche, which have kind of a physics to them, you know. And I think free will is one of those. I mean, I'd really like to see a version of a physics of the psyche. It wouldn't be a real physics in the sense that it wouldn't make predictions about the physical world. In fact, I would speculate that they're probably derived from metaphorical mappings of stuff in the physical world rather than the other way around. That seems quite likely. So there's something nailed to a tree over here. I can't resist going to look, see what it is. Oh, that's interesting. I'll show you this. Wasn't what I expected to see. Picture a bird. The paved paradise of Budaba parking lot. Look, there's no, I guess there must be birds like this. This bird is called a number 20 for the ornithologists amongst us. Anyway, yeah, that's all I've got to say on that really. Psychophysics. A bit like naive physics. A bit like Newtonian physics with some agency and psychology attached to it. Yeah, that would kind of make sense. Free will operates as part of that set of physics. And it's the felt component of that set of physics, I think.